Everybody goes through shit. Just hold it down. Don't let it show. This is probably my favorite verse from Sue Surf Free Him. But it led me to think about Cain and Abel, the story in Genesis. Particularly about Cain. So, and how it relates to my life. And, honestly, it's probably the best description of life there is, probably. And it's so crazy to me because it's only like 4 sentences, or like it's less than a paragraph. And my guy, Albert, we were having Bible study the other day. He talked about how he has a hunger for God, and that the word of God has an inexhaustible amount of wisdom in it, right? So I say all that to say, the story of Cain and Abel is very interesting, and I could relate it to my life in the sense that when God accepted Abel's offering over Cain, the story didn't tell us exactly why that happened, and I think that's perfect, because if he would have gave us a exact reason of why it happened, then it wouldn't be as, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but it wouldn't be as good as it is now. And I just think of a situation where I'm in, and where my sacrifices may not be accepted, and the first thing I'm being pulled to do is be resentful, be hatred, be hateful, point my misery at someone else, just so my ego could feel better about myself. But that's wrong. That's what Abel did. That's what Cain did. When God rejected his sacrifice, he got angry at Abel. And in some sense, he got angry with Abel instead of himself, because if he were to make the right sacrifices, then maybe God would have accepted his over Abel's. Man, these are just thoughts I'm thinking out loud. Like, it's just so fascinating, the wisdom that's in these words. The word of God. My favorite verse, or one of my favorite verses, one of the first verses I ever heard was, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." Like, that is just such a crazy idea for me to grasp. The Word was with God. These words are alive, and when you act them out in this life, you are acting it out, and you're acting out this life in the highest form it could possibly be. But yeah, and these are thoughts. So